Hello, today I'm going to be talking about what I call my little cheat, or my tool I use to cheat. It's a tool called Arcade. It's made by Output, and it's basically a piece of software that, well, as you can see, you click on, you pick some samples or a certain mood or a certain, I guess, thing. It'll all make sense in a minute, and you press a couple keys and you basically have a track done in a couple of minutes instead of a track that could take a couple of days. I absolutely love this product. I use it a lot for my library music or quick things if I've got social media projects, which, you know, 40 quid projects where it's just quick and easy and I don't have a lot of time to spend on it. I will use Arcade to make these tracks. It's a brilliant piece of software, and not only that, the first month is free, and then I don't even think it costs 100 quid for a year. It's like 80 or 90, something like that. And I'm not gonna lie, in a couple of months, especially if you've sell music consistently or you're within the industry, you'll make it back really quickly. I know for me, if I'm doing a social media track or a piece of library music for social media, really it's a standard rate of about 40 quid. And so within about 2 or 3 tracks, I've got my money back from this product. But as I said, the first month is free. So if you want to try it out, I know that's what got me hooked. I tried it out for the first month, and then after that, I couldn't put it down. So I paid for it for the year, and I've not looked back, because in this industry it can be very fast paced and you don't have a lot of time to make something. And as we go into it, you'll see what I mean by how quick and easy and it is to use, and you can add bits and bobs on top of it as well and spend really as little or as much time as you want. Not only that, you don't have to really master these as you really would in a traditional sense. They already almost sound good out of the box, and these guys have worked with people like Spitfire Audio as well to create some of these samples. So they're legit, they're great. Let's check them out. This is what it will look like. They're always doing updates, and so this might change. I think they've got a new one coming out, a new big update coming out really soon, as you could probably have seen at the top of the web browser. If I go on home, you can see all the latest stuff. They recently came out with this chill pop classics sort of sample kits. They also have sampled instruments as such. That's a newer thing. We'll go into that. But first, probably the favorite bit I like clicking on is lines, because these are where it kind of breaks down into moods and different aspects of it. And so from this, we have so many different things to choose from. Downtime, this is the new kind of chill out classicy stuff. They give a really good brief description here. ARPs, this is more of stuff you'll put on top of pre-composed bits, but a lot of these are literally one-shot wonders. Especially, I think my favorites have to be this one here, Memento. There's some really good one-shot wonders in there, and if we scroll down, they've got loads. Pocket Band, it is what it says on the title. Really great product to play with. And so to really just jump in, let's go into Memento and have a look at some of these ones in here. I know these are absolutely beautiful, and you can get some really long sample as well, like 8-bar sample kits, but you can get some proper melodies going. I think something like this. Let's just jump in. There you go, something a bit longer. Instantly right there, you've got the mood, you've got something going for you. And you can see when you need to kind of press the next key if you want to keep them all in sync. And right there, we've got a track already, 30, 40 seconds. If you got, as I said, what I use this for mostly is social media posts, little projects like that I'm working on. There's not much I need to do. If it's just backing music, and if you quantize this afterwards, maybe you want to add a beat, well, Arcade's got that as well. So if you want to mix them up, let's try and do that. Let's do some recording. Let's quickly record that. Go into it, actually, just so I can demonstrate the quantizing as well. I like to keep it quite tight, quarter. And let's go in, make sure you can actually see what I'm doing as well. So we got that. Let's hit record. Let's actually look at the sample editor as well when we're doing it. Here we go. Let's just stop it there, and we can go into that and actually have a look, see what's going on. Maybe there's a sound I don't like and we can get rid of. Maybe I don't want that. Make sure everything is almost on time. But of course, an easy way to do that in Logic, I highlight everything. We can quantize things here, go there, and that will bring everything, fingers crossed, in line where we like it. If not hard to drag stuff. Let's start at the beginning. Let's play it. And while that's playing, let's add a second track. Maybe want a beat. Let's go to lines. What we got here? We got arps. Beat elements. There we go. 120. We don't want something heavy. Of course, you got descriptions, BPM. We didn't like that ending. Let's quickly just cut that off. And of course, you can actually play and have a listen to them as well. Why not? First one, let's try it. It's a beat, so we don't really have to worry too much about key. Well, I guess we'll find out. So let's click on that. Got our beat. Let's quantize that as well. And let's just hit play and see what happens. And so we've done that. What do we like? What do we not like about it? Let's actually look in what we've actually recorded and see if we want to line it up maybe a little bit better. Do we like that? Maybe something more like that. I really like this bit right here at the end. Let's play that back. Let's do that. And so you can see that very quickly we're getting a sound, we're getting a beat, we're getting some music going. One thing I didn't touch upon is what do the black keys do, and they create different effects. So if we go back onto that first one over here and actually play some and then let's see what happens if I press different things. So they each have different effects and different processes that actually goes into them. You can actually look at them and see what they're actually doing. So some of them are just sequences. Others reverse the effect, loop certain parts of the effect, and other bits just freeze parts of it as well, or as step sequences. I generally don't use them, but if you really want to go into it a bit more and have a bit more fun, you can use those effects. I think I use them now and then, but not as much, because really just I'm using this as a quick fix. Sometimes you can layer up several of these as well and have a bit more. You can go into it or as little into it as you want, but it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool product, and it's something that's really handy for quick fixes and short deadlines. And there's a lot of different sounds to play with. And as you can just hear, I'm not processing this at all. This is already pre-processed. Yeah, you can go in there and maybe make a bit more of a sound, or maybe stick some mastering tools onto it to level it out a bit more to your liking. But there's so much to look at and so much I could talk about this product. One last thing before we finish, I do want to cover the sampled instruments as well. So if we go into actually all the lines, and let's click on my favorite one, the Memento, and you can see here we've got the sample kits, but we also have note kits, which is more your traditional sampled instruments. So here we have a clean tube guitar, plucks dissolved into endless space. If we click on that and download it, this is more your instrument. And I guess if you want to layer it on top of a sample kit as well to make it more unique, more you, these are a lot bigger. As you can see, 204 megabytes. I say a lot bigger. Look at some of Spitfire stuff, you're going into the hundreds of gigabytes, let alone megabytes, so it's a smaller option. And now that it's downloaded, let's click on it, play kit. Got some macros, of course you can edit and have a bit of fun with some preset ones, but let's just have a little play. You can see we've got the full keyboard. Got a beautiful dreamy guitar, and let's mess with some of these, make it more atmospheric. Add a beautiful reverb though. Fuzz. And of course you can record these as well if you maybe to a certain MIDI channel, MIDI CCs. I've set them to my faders on here. So if you want to record some tremolo, so as well as these beautiful sample kits, you have some beautiful sampled instruments on top of that. So you have this whole host, this one package sort of deal that, as I said, for the first month, you can really poke around and look at and see what's there, and then just delete it when you don't like it. Some of my favorite, actually, the Passport ones. You get some really interesting note kits in here. This is more of a world sort of section. Other world, like, just listen. So that's the instrument. You can have a lot of fun with these, and I'm going to leave it there, because if you want to explore this, go download it. This isn't sponsored at all. This is just a product that I use, and that's been very helpful for me, especially with quick turnarounds. And maybe, I'm more of a traditional classical composer. I create big orchestral works, as you might have seen from some of my work. And when I need to make something more electrical, something more heavy, I will turn to here as well. I know some of the heaviest stuff I've done has been created through Arcade, and I'm grateful for this product because it's helped me out a lot. And check it out, have a bit of fun with it, and enjoy.